Safe to say summer weather has been a burden for a lot of communities, from dangerous flooding to destructive tornadoes.
Sam Wright spoke with meteorologists from the National Weather Service in Iowa and Nebraska, where those problems have been notably frequent this year.
Iowans and Nebraskans typically have their differences, but this year the two states have shared at least one thing in common: an active severe weather season that is pushing historic heights. Over 117 tornadoes have been recorded in Iowa, nearly eclipsing the all-time record. Nebraska has produced 72 tornadoes, which is almost twice of the previous maximum for a year's worth of data, and we're only in August. Meteorologists from the National Weather Service tell us both areas have not only had an abundance of tornadoes, but powerful ones as well, particularly in April.
So on April 26th, we had a major tornado outbreak. There were 4 EF3 tornadoes and 1 EF4 tornado in our area, in addition to multiple EF2s, 1s, and 0s on that day.
So there was 2 EF4 tornadoes that have occurred across Iowa this year. Of course, the Greenfield, Iowa tornado, as you referenced, but the Minden tornado was also upgraded to an EF4 as well. So we've had 2 tornadoes of the EF4 strength in this year.
Both agree the ingredients for tornadoes to flourish have been prevalent thanks to low-level moisture, an active jet stream, and the clashing of air masses. What's also notable about this year is where tornadoes are forming.
This year, we've seen tornadoes impact not just normal-sized communities like we saw in Greenfield and Minden to Harlan, but also we've seen a number of tornadoes impact metro areas like Omaha and Des Moines, and even in the Quad Cities as well.
It's an expanding urban footprint too. So these cities, as they grow spatially, they're frankly easier to hit. A lot of the neighborhoods that were impacted on April 26th by tornadoes didn't exist 20 years ago, even 5 years ago in some of the cases. And I say that in the midst of a significant windstorm from last Wednesday. We've got some folks in the Omaha Metro who have been without power now for 8 days.
Current technology has helped confirm tornadoes that we could not in the past, but it has become challenging to gather new data and compare older data.
Although the trend line in total tornadoes has gone up, when we look at it from a perspective of EF2 or larger tornadoes, we aren't seeing the same trend, because those were reported to us in a similar manner back then as they are now.
Both meteorologists say they are keeping a close eye on their data to see what else can come our way with this active weather season. After spending the last 40 years as either a resident or meteorologist in eastern Nebraska, Bargenbrook says it has been a year to remember.
Looking back more than 20 or 30 years, we currently have the most tornadoes. We have issued the most tornado warnings, and I believe we're currently 3rd place for most severe thunderstorm warnings. In terms of intensity and quantity, yes,